You are welcome to Vedic TV, where you get information based on fact.
Breaking news. You are pitching your tent with politicians against Nnamdi Kanu's release. Hyperblast Soludo. So my dear listeners, before I go into the context of the news, this is the IPOB that actually spoke up and blast the governor of Anambra. I'm in support. Soludo, it's clearly now that Soludo is against the Biafran movement, and that is what we call a total betrayal and highest of it all. Look at the way Soludo is now handling the issues. Even Nnamdi Kanu is from Anambra. So what's right, or why do we think that is the question. Why do we really think Soludo is doing this? Definitely, he must have joined a party of those people that were against the hip hop movement. But this would not help the situation at all. What if Nnamdi Kanu, even though he would be released, and what if he's released? Do you expect Nnamdi Kanu to keep being your friend? Because I don't understand, in a sane environment, which you know the right thing and you go out for the wrong thing. Why do we people act this way? And this is one of those things I used to talk about, that you can't achieve something when people you're expecting to stay with you are the ones that are against you. And there's this saying that says a lot of expectation leads to many disappointment. That is what is happening in the Biafra movement now. To my dear listeners, please stay tuned as I read today's news. The indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, has berated Anambra State Governor Charles Soludo over the remark that insecurity in the southeast might not end if its leader Nnamdi Kanu is released. Niger on Point reports that Soludo, in an interview with Arise TV, said those behind the insecurity in the southeast may not listen to Kanu if he is released, because criminals had hijacked the Biafran struggle and were using Kanu's name to carry out organized crime in the region. However, in a statement on Monday, IPOP spokesman Ima Powerful said nobody would hide under Nnamdi Kanu to commit crimes in the southeast if he is released. Powerful stated that Soludo seems to be pitching his tent with politicians against Kanu's release. The statement read, "It has come to the attention of the noble family of the indigenous people of Biafra, IPOB, that His Excellency Governor Chukwuma Charles Soludo recently made a public utterance to the effect that the release of our leader, Onyedumazi Nnamdi Kanu, may not end in security in the southeast." With this statement, the governor appears to be pitching his tent firmly with those politicians who are against the release of our leader, which not only defies logic, given the governor's own previous antecedents in calling for his release, but is equally counterintuitive. If we are led to believe, as the governor inferred in his interview on Arise TV, that those allegedly perpetuating insecurity in our blessed land are doing so on the purpose that they want Kanu released, would it not make sense, therefore, to seek his release, and in so doing, call the bluff of these misguided individuals or at very least deny them any cover or legitimacy. That is why the statement made by Governor Soludo is capable of being misread and misunderstood as being in conflict with common sense. If criminals are hiding under the name of Kanu and hype up to commit any offense, then common sense dictates that if Onyeduli is released, nobody would hide under his name or that of hype up to commit any crime or do anything untoward. Any criminal or criminals hiding under his name will be flushed out or be exposed, and those operating in their own name will be driven out of our land. We thought that this approach was in line with the much touted non-kinetic initiative championed by the governor himself. Why then did governor deviate and start sounding like a propagandist or spokesman of the Nigerian army, that institution that is always looking for a justification to kill or incarcerate yet more innocent Igbo young men and women? We must ask, is the governor unaware of the pathological hatred some Nigerian security agencies have towards the people of Biafra, especially those exercising their constitutional right to self-determination? With the greatest respect, His Excellency was domiciled in Abuja at the peak of the killer herdsmen reign of terror in Igbo land and entire East. So he was unable to grasp the magnitude of the problem at that time, the shame Igbo race had to endure and what it took IPOP through ESN to bring it to an end. Now I've come to the end of our today's news. Thank you for listening.